Welcome to AlamPowerPoint channel. As you can see here, we're gonna be talking about how to make this Ferrari theme presentation in very easy way that you can do it on your own. But in this case, I'm just gonna focus on the revealing and wipe object tutorial because I use that trick a lot here so you can understand the main principle of how this presentation is made. In this tutorial, I'm using the 2021 version of PowerPoint. I know it's very good if you have the latest PowerPoint version, but if you don't, no problem. You can still use this principle in your presentation regardless of the PPT software. By the way, this PPT literally contains a ton of slides. It will definitely take forever if I make full tutorial about it. So let's break the trick down into 3 sections. Style number 1. Let's call it revealing objects from below a picture. I don't know how to make a good name. Go to Insert, Pictures, and choose one good background picture from your device. Hold Ctrl key while scrolling down to zoom out. Here, because the picture is in 69 ratio, I need to adjust it so that I can fill all of the slide. On Crop option, click on Aspect Ratio and choose 16:9. Here, I drag and move the handle to every edge of the slide. Zoom it back in. Go to Insert, click on Text Box. Here, I'ma put some text on the middle. For tutorial purpose, I already have my text prepared in my clipboard, so I just paste it. Go to Insert, add another text boxes again, and paste it. Now, right click on slide 1 and duplicate it. On slide 2, go to Transition tab and click on Move Transition. Here, don't forget to adjust the duration. Hold Ctrl key while scrolling down to zoom out. Here, I'll drag every text to the left outside the slide. So now in this second slide, we only have this background. For decoration, insert one PNG picture from your files. Here, I choose this Ferrari logo. On the Picture Format tab, click Remove Background. Make sure you keep the necessary part of the picture. While holding Ctrl and Shift key, drag it down to make it smaller, and then put it on top of the slide. Go to Insert, click on Shapes. Here, I'll draw a rectangle on the center. Duplicate it and place it beside the rectangle. Duplicate it again, and then move it like this. I'll use these rectangles as some kind of media to put my pictures. Now, go to Insert, Pictures, and select 3 from your files. Select one picture and drag it to the top of the rectangle like this. Now right click, send it backwards until you see it stands behind the rectangle. While holding Ctrl key, select and block those 2 objects. Go to Shape Format, in Merge Shape, click on Intersect. For another pictures, do the exact same thing I did to the first one. So now we got these 3 pictures. Go to Insert, Shapes, choose Rectangle. Here, I'll draw something on the bottom. Right click, Format Shape, get rid of the outline, and then in Fill option, change the color to black and set the transparency to 30%. Duplicate it and then put it like this. Go to Insert, Text Box, and then type your text. Alright, the slide looks good, but we still can improve it. Click on the background picture, then duplicate it. In Picture Format, click on Crop option and then drag the handle to bottom like this. Now, group the rectangle pictures and the text below it into 3 separate groups. Select and block the groups, and then in Animation tab, click on Fly In. Select every animation on Animation pane, right click and make it start with Previous. Now go to Insert tab, Shapes. I'll draw a rectangle again on bottom of the slide. Go to Shape Format and get rid of the outline. Right click, Format Shape, then change the color to black. Set the transparency to 35%. Go to Insert, Text Box, and then type your text. Now select every object on the bottom side, copy that, and then paste it on slide 1. Here, I changed this text on the middle to a bolder one. Select and delete unnecessary text. I'll replace it with another text boxes. It's gonna be languages option text so that it looks more professional. Alright, and now, if you click on preview mode, everything will look something like this. Pretty cool, right? Let's move on to the next tile. Right click, Format Background, click on Gradient Fill. As you can see here guys, I already have the gradient prepared to save your time. If you want to make it like this, just pick your favorite red color and then change the brightness for every gradient stop. By the way, I've talked a lot about gradient fill in my tutorials. You can check it out in another video. So let's just focus on this tile first. Go to Insert Shapes. Here, I'll draw a rounded rectangle on top of the slide. Drag the yellow dot to adjust the corner and then put it like this. Remove the outline and then change the color to white. Add another text box and type your text. Go to Insert again, Shapes. I'll draw another rectangle on left side like this. Remove the outline and replace the color to black. Right click, Format Shape. Set the transparency to 30%. Duplicate it and then move it to another side. Still easy, right? Now go to Insert, Icons, insert arrow like this. Convert the icon to shape. So now we got this 3 arrow. Select and move one and then change it to white. Zoom in and drag the arrow to left like this. Duplicate it. On rotate option, flip it horizontally. Now delete those black arrows and while holding shift key, move the white one to the right side. Go to Insert tab and click on circle. Here I'll draw a small circle on the bottom side. Remove the outline and change the color to white. Duplicate it twice and then distribute it horizontally. Duplicate it again and then put it on top of the circle. Change the color to red. In this case, I use a customized color that I've shared earlier. While holding shift key, drag the red circle to the top of the white one. Now it's time to add some image. Insert picture and choose one PNG picture from your files. I'm gonna deal with another car images later. For now, go to Insert, Shapes. I'll draw a rectangle below the car. Right click, Format Shape, change the color to black and set the transparency to 80%. Change the outline color to white, add some width and adjust the transparency to 20%. Click on the rectangle, type your text. Change the font and make it smaller. Don't forget to adjust the shape position as you like. Go to Insert, Shapes, draw a line beside the PNG image like this. Change the color to white and add some weight. Zoom in and then adjust the position a little bit. Insert a circle, draw it like this. Remove the outline, change it to white. Adjust the position a little bit. Zoom out for a while. Copy arrow from right side and paste it. Drag the shape and then put it beside this line like this. Make it smaller. Duplicate this arrow, drag it a little bit and then rotate it horizontally. While holding Ctrl key, select everything here and then group it. So now we have some kind of directional button like this. Now insert another rectangle, draw it over the entire slide. In Format Shape, click on Gradient Fill. Basically, we copy the background using another rectangle. Now save it as picture, delete it and then insert it to your slide. Not as a shape, but as a picture. On picture format, click on crop option and then drag the handle so that it can cover bottom right side of the slide like this. Insert the same picture again, crop it and then drag the handle to another side like this. Duplicate the rectangle with text and then drag a new one like this. One rectangle to the left and one to the right. Now change the text of those 2 rectangles. Right click and send those 2 rectangles backward so it can be covered by the picture. Now pay close attention because this is where the magic begins. Click on the PNG car. On picture format, click on crop option and then drag the handle to make the cropping option smaller like this. And then insert another PNG car picture just like before, crop it and drag the handle. But for the second car, make sure you hide it behind this cropping option. So you need to crop it like this. Duplicate the slide. On the next slide, go to Transition tab, click on Move. Adjust the duration a little bit. Click on first car picture, go to crop option and then drag the handle to the left like this. Click on the directional button and then while holding shift key, drag it to the same position as the edge of the PNG car I dragged before. Now click on the second PNG car, the hidden one, go to crop option and then drag the crop handle to the left like this. Duplicate the directional button on the left and then move a new one to the right. Click on this directional button and then go to Animation tab, add Exit Fade Animation, the red one. For another directional button on the right, add Green Fade Animation. In Animation pane, make everything start with Previous. If you go to Preview mode, it will look something like this. It looks good but you still can improve it. Alright, now it's gonna be easier. Insert another car PNG picture, click and then crop it like before. Make sure you hide it in the cropping option. And then duplicate the slide, delete directional button on the left and then drag one on the right to the left like this. Delete the animation and then duplicate it, put it on the right. Now click on the PNG car here. On crop option, drag the handle to the left and hide it. Click on the newer PNG car, the hidden one. Click on crop option and then drag the crop handle to the left. Click on this directional button and add exit fade effect, the red one. And for another directional button, add entrance fade effect. On animation pane, make it start with previous. So let's jump into preview mode. Now you have 3 cars, but you sure can't bring them home, guys. I believe it, because they're too expensive. Subscribe to this channel so one day I can buy one. Come on, mate. Press the subscribe button. Now I'll do something about this rectangle and circles on the bottom. Click on this red circle. While holding shift key, drag the red circle to the center. Click those rectangles on the bottom corner and drag it to reveal the text below it. Let me rename this one. For one on the left, drag it down. And then drag the one on the center to replace it. Drag this rectangle to the center, because this slide number 2 is about F1 race car. Duplicate one rectangle again, put it on the right and then rename it to sport car. So now, put the red rectangles back to its previous position. When you see a text rectangle above this red one, don't forget to right click and send it backwards. Alright, now, slide 3 is gonna be much easier. While holding shift key, drag those red rectangles again just a little bit. And here, I delete those text rectangle. Copy the text rectangles from previous slide and paste it on slide 3. Select and block the pasted rectangles and drag it to the left like this. Put the red rectangles back to its original position. Now send this red one to the front. Select and drag the red circle and then put it over the white circle like this. Style 2 is done. Now the PPT will look something like this. Looks professional, right? Now style 3. It's the hardest one but my favorite. Insert one 69 ratio picture as a background and then insert one 3D model from your files. Adjust the position a little bit like this and then insert a picture, a Ferrari logo on the right corner. Make sure it's PNG format. Insert a text box and then write your text. I want to add some decoration. So go to insert, shapes. Here, for the bottom part, I insert circle, remove the outline, change the color to white. And then press Ctrl D to duplicate it and adjust it so that we have 6 circles like this. Duplicate one on the left, change the color to red. By the way, here I used the red color that I've shared earlier in this tutorial. And then put it over the white circle on the left side like this. And now duplicate the slide. In this slide, delete this text, then insert one rectangle. Draw it like this, change the color to dark gray. Drag the rectangle for a while and then move the icon on the corner to the right, outside the slide. Right click, send the rectangle backwards until you see it stands behind the car. Go to shape format and remove the outline. Because this is slide 2, move the red circle on the bottom to the right. Now move the car 3D model a little bit like this. It's gonna be time consuming for some people, but yeah, make sure you get the best position. Alright, now go to insert, shapes, then draw a circle. Remove the outline and change it to white. Duplicate it so now you have 3 circles. Now while blocking every circles, right click, format shape. On format shape option, go to glow effect, add a little bit of glow and then change the glow color effect to white. Now insert a line like this, change the color to white. Click on that line, duplicate it and then put it like this. You can duplicate it as many as you want. In this case, I only need 3 lines. Now go to insert and then write your text. I add some text boxes here. Here I move the text boxes a little bit so that I can measure if I can insert one rectangle beside it. Then go to insert, shapes, click on rectangle. Draw one like this, change the color to gray and then duplicate it. I need 3 rectangles here. Now insert one circle, zoom in and then make it small like this. Remove the outline and change the color to white. Adjust the position a little bit. Just like before, duplicate it and now I drag it to every tip of the lines. Now group the yellow text and the text below it into 3 separate groups. Right click on the text group and then save it as picture. Make sure you save it as PNG format. For another text group, do the exact same thing. So now we have 3 PNG texts. Go to insert picture and then choose your save PNG picture before. Put it on top of your text boxes. Now go to selection pane, make sure you click on the text groups and then delete it. Here we basically only have the picture. Right click on slide 2, duplicate it. Now in slide 3, click on the rectangles and drag it away from the center. Click and block every rectangles, then go to animation tab, add exit fade animation, the red fade animation. On animation pane, make every animation start with previous. Go back to slide 2. Click on the text PNG picture. In picture format, click on crop option. Here I drag the handle to the center direction until the text disappears. Do the same principle to another PNG text. Select and block every slide. On transition tab, click on move transition. Reduce the duration a little bit. Click on slide 2. I adjust the duration. And for this one is important thing. Make sure to check after option and uncheck the unmask click so that this slide will go automatically jump to the next slide when the duration of this option is already met. That's why I put it 1 millisecond here. And now on slide 2, open selection pane, select and block every rectangles. Then go to animation tab, click on fade animation. Right click on the pane and make it start with previous. Click on this dark gray rectangle, copy that and then paste it on slide 1. Zoom out, drag it to the top outside the slide like this. Go back to slide 2 and here for the last touch, I'm gonna insert text box to slide 2 and then copy that and paste it to slide 3. Alright, now in preview mode, your slide will look something like this. That's just 3 tutorial tricks about this Ferrari presentation. If you're a beginner, I think it'll improve your skill massively if you follow every of my steps here. If you want more PowerPoint tutorial, the easier one or even the hardest one, feel free to subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.